hassle. Lol for moths. Amogus. White people happy. Pog. Six months radicalization. What up chat 5 months Pog. months wide peepo happy. Hi chat, it's my birthday today. August Hank's coming home. Thanks Hasan for all the content over the past 6 months. Let's go. Hello Hasan, happy 10 months, I love you. White peepo happy. Two months vlog. Thank you for the good vibes and for spreading positivity. Okay, on to chat Hasbuggies. Nine months Daft Groove. Love you, baby. Copium, he's playing Rust today. Anyone else think Hasan is dreamy? Okay, cool, now what? Gay rights, gay pride, gay pride. Hassle. 1 year ago I was a big-brained intellectual and activist, and now I have permanent Twitch chat brain rot. White people happy. Thanks, Daddy. Hey, also 9 months. Rust when? Only real Hasan fans remember that he has mild brain. What up, home skillets? Waiting for Hasan Angel Thump. Hassel, have a great stream, Hasan. Thanks.
What's going on, everybody?
Hassel.
I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon,
7 months.
no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the HasanAbi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles. We are live and alive, folks, and I hope all of the boys, all the girls, and all the MBs are having a fantastic one. It is 76 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny out here with 1% humidity as always on a beautiful Tuesday. July 6, 2021, 11:29 a.m. and I'm a little late and I apologize. The reason why I'm a little late is because I worked out a lot this morning, and then after that I wanted to get done up. Okay? And by that I mean just take a fucking shower. I took a shower, and obviously because I took a shower, I was late. Now, there's also another reason why I'm late, and that is because I was prepping. I was prepping for a new character, an old character that's going to come back today. Okay? That's why. His name is Hank Pecker, folks. Name
White people happy brain
is
rot.
Hank Pecker. We have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff to go through. We got a fuckload of news. Okay. Pet the Hank. Oh my God. What is this? What is this, dude? Pet the Hank.
Don't forget to read.
Hey,
your
how you
Bible
doing?
today.
How you doing there, partner? That's Hank Pecker right there. That's Hank Pecker. and I have a decently shaped
Some
pecker.
OGs
Okay.
just spun the block. Hasan, hold me. I'm scared.
My F-150 kitted out pickup truck that's got lifts on it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that my PP is not working. Okay. I do not have erectile dysfunction.
Lesbian pride.
I do not know why people keep saying I got erectile dysfunction. Anyway, so yeah, we're so cool that you're promoting responsible gun ownership. Of course. In any case, yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. You know, we'll get to Rust and in a little bit. Obviously, I promised it yesterday, but then what did I do? What did I do, folks? Promises made, promises not kept. I ended up doing my nails last night with Simply Nailogical, who is fucking awesome. I love her. She is so awesome. She's so dope. And you can tell, like, she watches, like, you know, she's like a community member, you know, that she was great. We'll get to LSF as well. I'm sorry. I think Lil Chris is probably dead because he's never gone a single fucking day without me giving him LSF content. So he's probably dead now. He probably died. My number one LSF Zoomer.
Pogo Arjan.
Parent denier intersectionality. When my favorite YouTuber and favorite Twitch streamer intersect. It's a good time. That's the intersectionality for sure. She didn't know about 821? Yeah, because she's a casual watcher. There's a lot of people like her out there that probably come in and they hear me yell at some of you freaks and go, oh my God, this is kind of fucked up. I don't know if I can watch this for an extended period of time. You know what I mean?
Started on
she probably is she probably is like a normie watcher who came in during the election cycle. And then, you know, stuck around, watches some of the cool stuff like murder stuff, you know. A lot of people are like that. The 4 rules of GATs. 1, always shoot a GAT as if it's loaded. Turks say the devil keeps it loaded. Yeah, Shaitan doldurur. That's true. 2, don't point the muzzle at anything you are not willing to destroy. 3, keep booger picker off trigger until ready to fire. 4, no target and what's behind it. You're saying us 10-hour viewers aren't normal? I love you guys, but I yell at you a lot, and I feel like that's definitely not welcoming for the Normans who are coming in. Northern Lion says you clicking on Chatter's user cards gives him anxiety and flashbacks. Yeah, I feel like it's a weird situation because I feel like I have to, on the one hand, like, yell at you, otherwise this will be an unbearable experience for myself sometimes, right? But then also at the same time, I feel as though I have to be cool and be chill and be normal. Otherwise, like, you know, Normans are probably like, why is this guy fucking yelling at everybody? Anyway, listening to you call it chatters on that dumb bullshit is very enjoyable, though. Yeah, true. I think I gotta figure out a good balance of like yelling at really bad takes, right? And then just like basically avoiding the obvious bait ones. You know what I mean?
Son of Jimmy Dore.
What'd you do for your workout today? I worked out with my trainer today. I'm probably going to do 3 days a week, actually. I was doing 2 days, but I'm going to up it up to 3 days. It's a lot, dude. It's expensive. I'm not going to say how much. It is very expensive. But if you have the opportunity, I would recommend doing it. 10K? No, not like that. That's crazy. But I'll tell you guys this much, okay? I wanted to be like, hey, if I do 3 days a week, like, will you lower the price? And he was like, no. Like, he just straight up said, no. Price is the price. And I thought to myself, I kind of respect that. Like, this dude is just like, he's just like, I know my worth. As a worker, he's like, I know my worth. I'm not doing that.
And now we are here, and I am subbed for 12.
You know?
Keep educating.
And I was like, okay. It was, I immediately was like, okay. Rolled.
Hassle.
Absolutely rolled. Is the trainer worth it? We'll see. You should use the dude, I still live with my mom excuse. It's too late. He said his brother's a fan. It shouts out if you're in here.
Can't wait for the return of Hank.
He didn't know at first, but now he knows. So I can't do that anymore. Like, dude. It's like, dude, I didn't know you were famous. My brother is a fan of yours. Anyway, is the trainer making you suffer? Yes.
16 months watching this boomer kick weight.
Did you stick around and watch the T-Pain raid? Not really. Trainers are definitely worth it. Mind of radicalizing him? Probably not. This is an LA trainer.
Love you, Hasan. Yesterday's dream will simply was great and can't wait for us vloggers.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I see some of the other clients and they're just fucking so shredded. Like, they're just so shredded. There's like a mother there. And she's like older than me and she's just so jacked. Like, it's crazy. She's doing like handstand push-ups.
Happy 69th,
and
baby.
It's fucking wild. I'm like, what is going on here? And it's like, yeah.
Grug 11 months. Grug.
You are such a cheap ass. Is that because your dad and grandfather wasted all their fortunes? What? No. Dude, I still have the... Listen, I have what I would consider poverty mindset, okay? And that is that I understand, perhaps because of my father and my grandfather's experiences, that like money is not permanent, okay? Money is not permanent. It's not always going to be there. So I'm not going to fucking waste it on dumb shit. And also at the same time, I still try to... I don't know. I still think about things not from the point of view of like how much money I have, but like how much certain things should cost. Does that make sense? So in my worldview, it's like paying for training is really expensive. So I'm like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? That's like it's like a wild expense. How do you fill the void then? Fuck do you mean how do I fill the void? This, dude, this. I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do.
Lucky 13.
I'm gonna be honest, when you were talking about your progress and said, I know I'm gonna get back to baseline and even better a few weeks ago, that was super motivating for me for been trying to maintain that confidence too. Well, it's because I have that confidence because like I've been there already. I have accomplished my goals before. So once you do it once, it's like it's a wrap. Yeah, money can't fucking fill that void, dude.
You were repeating yourself forever yesterday. Metal Gear Rising.
Salt mine workers jealous of dream job. I mean, this might not be everybody's dream job. I think there's probably streamers that don't appreciate it or enjoy it as much, but like it's a good job regardless. You know what I mean? It's a cushy gig. But like what I do here is so good that when better opportunities roll around, and they do quite fucking frequently, especially now, I want to keep streaming instead. Like I like doing this more than I would enjoy being in a professional production. Like I see a lot of my friends who I grew up with in this industry over the past 5 years, 6 years, develop actual legitimate brands, right? They're like brands, they're moving into studios and stuff like that. Nice. And when I see that sort of stuff, I'm like, ugh, I've been there already. When I worked at the Young Turks, like it wasn't my studio, but I did that already. Like I was working for someone else within a studio. I know what that production looks like. I know what the overhead looks like. I know how like non-dynamic that becomes. You know what I'm saying? So I
One
just,
year.
I don't want that. I love how dynamic this is. Do you feel me?
Bram can the jam lamb cram sand.
Anyway, I worked out today, and I feel fucking great. And that's it. I don't really have any other additional news. Like, what did I watch last night? Usually I give you guys like an update on what I watched. Oh, I started watching, oh my God, people are going to make fun of me for this probably. Alice in Borderland. It's like a live action anime.
Hassle.
I have no personal news because I ended stream late. And then I literally went to sleep. Like, I'm so fucking old, dude. I'm so old. I ended stream and I went to sleep. I got an ice cream Sammy. I picked up an ice cream Sammy. It was weirdly like, it was a packaged one. And one of the cookies wasn't even on it. It was like a half ice cream Sammy for some reason. I ate that and I passed out. I jerked off, passed out. Anyway, so I have not watched Demon Slayer movie yet. I keep forgetting. So yeah, I was watching Alice in Borderland, and you know, I fell asleep to it. It's decent. It's all right. If you watch it dubbed though, it's impossible.
Good D.
It's impossible to watch dubbed. T-Pen said he watches your content a lot. Wait, really?
Thumbs up.
Hell yeah. So that T-Pain raid was so funny. Let's take a look. What happened?
Why do I have this much responsibility? Why do y'all do this to me?
Who else is raiding?
Fucking Hasan! Jesus Christ! Stop!
I guess it was a double raid. Like he just had gotten raided already. Is that what happened?
11 months, hell yeah, just finished It Takes Two with my
Dubs during the
girlfriend,
conversation
super
flow,
fun game
Japanese
if
and
you
English are
haven't played.
fundamentally different. It's genuine question. Do you ever feel burnout by what you do and what usually keeps such a passion for Ignited per se? I love what I do.
2 months.
Stop! Everybody stop! Everybody stop! Stop this shit! Why the fuck are y'all even paying attention to me? Have you seen, Brew, have you seen the fucking, the Twitch, the Twitch thing with the dots, like how big everybody is and shit?
I have not seen it.
Oh my God, I gotta send it to you. It's basically just a big ass dot of XQC and just everybody else is just mush.
I love that he's molding an auto tune. It makes it so much funnier.
And now fucking, God damn it! Stop! Why the fuck? Bro, are you that tired? Don't be that tired! Get up, get...
HasanAbi was it a cool house?
Oh
and what
no,
flavor?
no way. You ain't about to fucking talk politics all day and then bring 11,000 people to my motherfucking chat.
It was a few people.
I think it's so cool that T-Pain knows who I am. It's just kind of wild. Like I was talking about mansions in Wisconsin back in fucking Turkey when he was popping off. You know what I mean? I was a young boy in a Turkish village. Just kidding. Obviously, I wasn't in a Turkish village, but still, like it's just crazy.
I watch Hasan a lot.
Prime
time.
I watch Hasan a lot.
I mean, he fits the profile, like older Twitch streamers and like older people on the internet love me. I have the weirdest audience. I either have like little baby Zoomers or like much older boomers.
A lot. I swear to God I do. And I don't see
Prime time.
You know what? I'm gonna just drink until the
Please
sun.
take my Bezos fuck, sign the petition to keep Jeff in space.
What is a much older boomer? People my age and older. It's like a Kane concert? You mean Kanye? Your stream's the best one to listen to in the background because you're a commentary streamer, kind of like a podcast. Yeah, I do like a fucking 8-hour podcast all day. Hey, have you watching the New York Times January 6th doc yet, or planning to? I did already, and then I got stunlocked about my convictions as to
1 year soon.
being upset that police murdered someone or Secret Service murdered someone. Anyway.
Box. I think you would enjoy
Okay,
both
so
I love you. Keep
what
it
is
up.
this? McEnroe told the truth. Miss Raducanu is talented lawyer, but couldn't handle the pressure and quit when she was losing badly. Not brave, just a shame. If I were her, I'd
7
tell
months
my
group
fans
of
to
Hasan.
stop abusing McEnroe and seek advice on how to toughen up and become a champion like he was. I have no idea what this is. I literally don't know why you sent this to me. Like, do you want me to be racist against the British? Is that why you sent this to me? Because, like, I don't know what these words are. I don't know if it's about footy. I don't know if it's like, it's just like British shit. I don't care. You might as well send me a video of you guzzling jellied eels, okay? To me, what is happening here is the same as eating jellied eels, I think. I don't care. I'm sorry. Dude, speaking of older people, I got shouted at by my center right dad for watching your content. Wait, really? That's pretty funny. That's awesome. Very weird debate, Lordy TikTok girl. What is this? Bro, what? They have no... You sent me this and there's no fucking content. Why did you do that? Why did I click on it? Anyway.
Have a good week, chat.
Okay, I don't care about footy, bruv. I don't care about fucking footy, yeah? I don't care, yeah? Oh, I know the story. This is a crazy story, dude. I saw this. This dude is wild. My dad found you through the New York Times article about you and recommended you to me, only to find out that you're not a centrist. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize for letting you know. Brentman Rock likes JCS too. Dude, I'm telling you, I went to this.
Fight the good fight.
I went to this party, the 100 Thieves party, and everyone that came up to me was like, dude, like other streamers were like, dude, the JCS reacts have been so good. I'm telling you, like, everyone is on the JCS train, dude. Everyone's on the JCS train. Valkyrie did a JCS react recently.
Love you, Pappy.
Also, we like Bretman Rock. He follows me, so he's good. Folks, he's good. Remember when I started the JCS meta and then Misgift tried to, you know, take advantage of it? And then I love when everyone's like, nah, it was Maya. No, it was Nim. It's like, no, it was Bose. No, brother, it was me. Okay? This guy. I invented reactions, boys. Were they saying your JCS reacts were good? No, they were saying that they loved watching me react to JCS. I think something kicked in the YouTube algo, but people loved watching my my reactions for some reason. Like, I want to go back to a time where I hadn't seen those videos, though. Does that make sense? Like, I want to go back to a time where where I want to like relive the experience. It's fucked up. Because when I first watched it, I was so invested. And it was crazy. And now it's like, look at me, Steven. Can you do this, Steven? Steven. I'm going horizontal, Steven. Oh, man. It's all the clip channels pumping you up. Oh, straight up. Anyway,
1 year, baby.
so let's get started. Let's get let me just blast off here. I'll tweet out that I'm live, and then we'll get into the news, because there is some news to talk about. I mean, starting with the Nintendo Switch announcement, so that like all the baby game enthusiasts don't lose their fucking minds, because they're so they are annoying. All the baby game enthusiasts are.
Hey, let's get
Tell
it,
people
Lonnie
not to buy it.
Browski.
Look at that click, though. I'm already sold. Yeah. Imagine me telling people not to buy Nintendo stuff. Like, Nintendo fans are going to listen to me, dude. If you identify as a Nintendo fan, it's already a sexual fetish that you have, that you want to be findom by Nintendo. Okay? So, clearly, I'm not going to be able to stop them. It's literally, I'm basically kink shaming if I tell you not to fucking buy a new Nintendo product that's literally the same. Every 10 years, they just go balls to the wall and make a genre-defining, game-changing, industry-shattering fucking piece of technology, and then they ride that goddamn wave all the way into the ground until their fans are in a financially destitute situation where they're just like, please, like, give me something, anything, please. And they funnel, like, all the best baby games out, and then they're like, yeah, we're never going to put these on sale. You will pay full price. You'll pay $69 for a 7-year-old game for the next 10 years until we decide it's time for another, like, industry-breaking, world-changing fucking new piece of technology. But in between that phase, we will just keep giving you marginally better product and bells and whistles that you can add on top of the incredible piece of technology. It really is. I mean, the Switch is fucking awesome. It's so sick. I, as an older gamer, love it. It is mind-boggling to me that I could just, like, play Witcher 3 while I'm taking a shit in bed or on a television. Okay, yeah, the frames aren't great, but
Nintendo,
who gives a shit?
Please,
it's
bro, give me
actually,
Switch, bro. Please give
actually
me Switch,
Witcher
bro.
3.
Nintendo, please, bro.
The IP for Nintendo is super strong. Okay, super strong. Absolutely, I agree. But
thank you for
they really just milk you, dude. If you're a Nintendo baby game fan, you are gonna get milked, and I don't mean that in like a sexy kink kind of way. You're gonna get milked, and you're gonna like it, but deep down inside, you're gonna know, like, what I'm doing is kind of fucked up. Nice PS5 paperweight loser. No, I agree. But notice how every single Sony fan and every single person that doesn't have a PS5 but wants it on really bad recognizes that eventually there's going to be a fuckload of games on it, and it's a really good machine overall. I know. Let's watch this latest money grab while I tweet out that I'm live.
Other things that I watch YouTube videos are a reaction because of how hyped you are when you CNN, MSNBC 24/7, even while she is.
Shut the fuck up. This is like a joke, dude. It's like, this is like a prank. If I were to come up with a joke about Nintendo, this is the joke I would make, which is like, no Bluetooth, and the screen is like 1 inch bigger.
Chasing lights, we make our own fun throughout the night. We're gonna feel this good forever. Such heights we reach together. Running out of words, stepping in time, tread our own path, we won't fall down.
Every Nintendo fan in the chat's like, oh, I'm so angry. I'm still gonna buy it though. I'm gonna buy it, but buy it angrily, okay? This is my 4th Nintendo Switch, and I'm buying it, but I'm letting you know that this time, I'm buying it while being angry, okay? Because it does have a wider adjustable stand, and that's really important this time, okay? Wow, dude. I don't think I've ever used the adjustable stand, like, once.
We can go higher than we ever been before. Reach for the sky and
Okay, this is... Wow, brilliant, dude. Incredible. I can't believe you guys are playing chess outside on a fucking Nintendo Switch. Like, what? Just play real chess, dude. What are you, stupid? Like $10, dude.
Dang.
Buy a fucking chessboard. What the fuck? Wow, dude. Wow, I can't wait to play chess outside where it's really hard to see the screen instead of just raw dogging, you know, manual chess, analog chess.
Checkmate.
Oh, we can fucking plug an Ethernet cable now, dude. Poggers. That's crazy, dude.
nights we make our fun throughout the night. We're gonna feel this good forever. Such heights we reach together. Running out of line, stepping in time, treading on the future's now.
Can someone describe to me why it doesn't have Bluetooth? It's something that I do not understand. Why does the Switch
Now
not
that
have
is here.
Bluetooth? Like, what fucking piece of technology made in 2021 does not have Bluetooth connectivity, dude? Like, I have to go and... I literally went and purchased, like, an auxiliary cord so I could, you know, listen to shit. Like, I need to plug headphones into an auxiliary. At this point, it's like, no one has this. Please. Please. Technology has moved beyond what you are still shilling, okay? Obviously, the Joy-Cons connect through Bluetooth, right? Don't they? So it already has it. Bluetooth is very battery intensive. It has this in its processor, but it's locked out. It's obviously because of Bluetooth. There's too much latency between the console and the top of the hour ad break. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot. I was so into... Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I was so into the memes that I literally forgot that it's top of the hour. That was perfect, chatter. Good shit. Good fucking shit. It's top of the fucking hour, boys. It's the first ad break of the day. You already know. You know, you get what you paid for here, okay? If you subscribe for $5 or for free, you will no longer see the ads. Or you can use an ad blocker or a VPN. These are things you can do. Okay? Hold on. I'm actually going to do a daycare announcement while... But this time I'm not doing it like what I normally do. The daycare is live announcement because like I took photos, dude. I took photos of my QAnon flag and my cowboy hat. So I'm gonna do it like that, okay? Daycare is open. I'm live and talking about the news. Then some older JCS reacts we never got to, and Hank Pecker will return to Rustopia offline TV edition. Get in now. Shut up, I'm like writing it on mobile, okay? www.twitch.tv/HasanAbi. Here it is, folks. I got dang tweeted it, brother.
That was one of the best top of the hours by chatter.
That was a good top of the hour because it fucked me up, dude. There you go. Blast the top to your friends and family. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish this. Oh, it didn't even do it. Anyway, I just drank tea and now I'm really tired, shaking my head. Oh, good to know, man. Thanks. You're not the only one working on characters. What is this? Sarah Q. David says, been working on a new character. In case you hear me introduce myself as the tightest pussy in the DSA. Okay. That's cool. I don't know why you sent me that. I feel like you just sent me, you know, your own personal. No, that's not your own personal. That's got like literally one retweet and 29 likes. Like, I don't understand. Chatter, what's up? Like, are you down bad? Did you think like maybe if you post that in here that like she'll recognize you or something? Is that what? It'll happen for you, okay? How did the manicure hold up? Nails dry in time, no smudges. I mean, I fucked it up. I scuffed it for sure. It's not great. Like, I didn't do a great job. Especially the top coat, like, definitely fucked up the feel of it. Like, it was definitely way more straight before I put the top coat. But it is a lot better than last time, at least, like, with the way that it looks. So I don't feel too terrible about it. Okay. This is the Crowder look. Oh, I'm wearing my holsters to show everybody how fucking sick I am, dude. And how scary I am. Dude, check this out. Insane Peter tweet doing numbers. Okay, stop. The new meta in the chat should not be like sending me your own fucking personal tweets. I'm gonna start banning you. Bro, this shit's doing numbers, bro. The tweet, like, you know how the meme is? You know the meme, like, on Twitter, whenever like someone replies to another person and then they'll get like 50 likes and they'll be like, oh man, this shit's doing numbers. It's like, you guys need to stop doing that here, okay? In my chat. It's annoying me.
Finish Subnautica Pogo.
Okay, watch this. Let's watch this real quick. Don't fuck with Hasbulla, bro. He commands fire. All right, let's get started with this one. We need more Walmarts in this country, especially after this absolute disaster July 4th weekend and all the shootings and all the killings that took place. We need more Walmarts, and that's what America needs to get back to. Why? So they can buy more guns? Like, I don't understand. This weekend was insane, dude. America is so fucked. I probably should take the holsters off. Like, people are just murdering each other like crazy. Like, people say it's average. But yeah, but like, our average is psychotic, dude.
2 months.
Who got chills, show of hands, from hearing that 98-year-old World War II veteran play the national anthem on a harmonica? Hands up, I think.
What? Oh my God, you guys are so whack. Like, how do they keep up this act like that? That shit is sick. Like, no, dude. He's 98 years old. Like, he's barely got spit left up there. You're making him use his last breaths on Earth to, like, harmonica the national anthem. Like, none of that is fun for anybody. Okay.
So who got
I got chills watching a 98-year-old man fucking shittily play the harmonica.
chills,
like,
show of hands, from hearing that 98-year-old World War II veteran play the national anthem on a harmonica? Hands up. I think we all got our hands up here. But, you know, it really is amazing, Michael, when you think about, you know, the two different...
Like, leave him alone, dude. Leave him alone. Let him fucking live his goddamn life. Actually, he probably likes that shit. I feel like old vets love that shit. They love, like, being celebrated like that. So good job. But, like, this notion that you had chills. This notion that you had chills. Also, why are you asking Vladimir Putin if he loved the 98-year-old man playing the harmonica? Like, he doesn't give a fuck. It is kind of wild that they got actually Vladimir Putin to be on Newsmax. They're really killing it.
Different countries we kind of live in, where you have these elite athletes that are in this world of privilege, and then you see just regular old folks in Walmart someplace in Texas. You know, I think that really represents two different feelings about this country we have right now. You have these elite who get all the attention, but then I think in middle America, folks still really love this country.
Oh, people really do love this country, and it was shown there at that Walmart. We need more Walmarts in this country.
USA, love it or leave it. It's like actual freak shit.
Especially after this absolute disastrous July 4th weekend and all the shootings and all the killings that took place. We need more Walmarts, and that's what America needs to get back to. We've lost our moral compass, and we need to find that moral compass again. As my father said, when we cease to be one nation under God, we become a nation gone under. And right now, we're under, and we need to get back to God.
Yeah, we need Walmart to have fewer products made in China, but that's a different topic. But, you know, I'm talking about the people shopping in the store.
5 Mo viewer and my job still doesn't know.
Moral compass. God damn, dude. We really are the wackest fucking country on earth. At least the motherfuckers in North Korea are doing it at gunpoint. You know what I mean? Like, we just do it on our own inside of a fucking Walmart. Like, that's so whack. It doesn't get worse than that. I'd rather be forced to sing it. I'd rather have my countrymen be forced to sing it at gunpoint than, like, nah, I love it myself, okay? I love America. I'm singing it in Walmart. Yeah, come to Walmart. Moral compass. 99 cents. Made in China.
How nice Steven Crowded Ripkek.
Walmart is the backbone of America's morality. Just like exploitative as shit. And the many different choices of what the fuck?
5 months.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker. This is the HasanAbi broadcast. I accidentally clicked the wrong scene. I really need a stream deck. I don't know how the fuck I don't have that. All right, let's watch this shit. Folks, America's back, okay? Racism is alive and well. Let's take a look at this insane
With rising
story.
tensions in a South Jersey community after a man's racist rant is captured on video. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Jessica Cartalia. Dozens of protesters gathered outside the man's home in Mount Laurel after video of the confrontation with his neighbor went viral. Late this evening, police took the man into custody. Alexandria Hoff is in Mount Laurel, where the protests got a little heated. Alex.
Well, that's right, Yuki. Jessica, protesters were out here because they were upset that this man, seen in videos using racial slurs, was charged with harassment.
Oh my God, I totally forgot that the camera's not on. Okay, you guys gotta watch this shit. This is crazy.
Racist rant is captured on video. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Jessica Cartalia. Dozens of protesters gathered outside the man's home in Mount Laurel.
I'm not gonna lie, low-key, this is a little bit overboard. I mean, I haven't seen the actual video, but like, this is crazy. It's gonna get wild. Watch.
A video of the confrontation with his neighbor went viral. Late this evening, police took the man into custody. Alexandria Hoff is in Mount Laurel, where the protests got a little heated. Alex.
Well, that's right, Yuki. Jessica, protesters were out here because they were upset that this man, seen in videos using racial slurs, was charged with harassment but then allowed to return home. Well, new charges did emerge this evening, and he was taken into custody in dramatic fashion. It was a dramatic home removal for a man who many claim had been harassing neighbors outside of his Mount Laurel home for years.
Not Africa.
Police were called to the 3600 block of Gramercy Way Friday shortly after a disturbing video went.
I mean, I guess the news is just like, fuck it. He doxed himself, so time to dox him further. I mean, that dude can't live there anymore, you know what I mean? Ironically, I guess they don't like his kind there, boy. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to be able to fucking live on that street anymore, that's for sure. the reverse Uno card.
Viral, where police say 45-year-old Edward Cagney Matthews was shouting offensive and racial slurs at a neighbor.
This monkey over here, this monkey over here.
On Friday.
Oh shit, the classics, dude. Wow, that's an old one. That's a old but gold, you know what I mean? Wow, that's crazy. Interesting. Yeah, he's doing racism like a 14-year-old, like a kid. That's that childish racism. The old reliable. Yeah, exactly, dude.
Matthews was charged with biased intimidation and harassment.
The judge decided that they should be on a summons. So that evening, Mr. Matthews was released.
Monday afternoon, protesters arrived to his home demanding police take Matthews into custody.
This is America. We all live here. We can't put up with this.
Several years ago, Aaliyah Robinson's daughter, Jasmine, lived below Matthews in a different nearby apartment complex.
I'm literally in fear all the time living with my son. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Once the recent video was shared online, Jasmine decided to upload one that she had taken years back, where a man she describes as Matthews repeatedly used.
So now here I go looking like a you're calling the cops.
I totally understand.
Oh wow, he's hey guys, it's progress. He went from the N-word to using he started saying monkey instead. He's growing. He's shown growth. Racist people will be like, he's demonstrated growth, let him go. Oh no, he used the N-word in the other video too? Oh, never mind.
Why the protesters were here today. They had seen videos that weren't available to us on Friday night that were even worse.
Once that new video was reviewed, new charges were added, including assault. The decision was made to arrest Matthews. The protest that had remained calm all day got heated as police and SWAT units pulled Matthews from his home. Several bottles were thrown at Matthews' home and at police, but many...
Look at what CRT is doing. This is critical race theory, brother. Not letting me say the N-word. I hate it. I thought this was America. What the fuck?
Community members urge that action to stop.
In action, hoggers.
Police are still on scene where, excuse me, there was actually mace.
COVID. The full video? All right, we'll watch the full video.
Go.
This is the OG one, right? Trigger warning, just a Thumbelina being like very aggressively racist, like, you know, N-word's gonna be heard. I'm just letting you guys know. There's a thread of like 3 2-minute videos. Oh my God, dude. That's wild.
Touch him! Touch him! Touch him! You know, put your hands on me again. Touch him! That's twice. Touch him! Twice. Touch him! And his name is Brandon. You know.
What's he doing? Like, is he just like walking up to black people's houses?
Thanks.
And just saying the N-word and stuff? Like, what's happening with this guy? Like, what's his deal? Does anyone understand what his deal is?
Fucking love him.
Saying the N-word prank.
Yo, you want to know why I'm going after him? I don't care. I don't give a shit. So why you here? I don't give a shit. So why you here? I don't give a shit. Then get the fuck out of here then. I don't give a shit. Put your hands on me one more time. Oh, you put your hands on me. Come close. Hold on. Come close. Right.
He was accusing them of being drug dealers? Wait, what?
I know, right there. That's right there. The rolling jerseys, back up. Come close. Back up. Keep backing up. Back up. Don't touch me. Keep backing up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Vito, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
What is he doing?
Fucking bastard. That's right. Yeah. My parents are both dead. Yeah, what the fuck? My parents are both dead too. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nothing. What you gonna do? Nothing. All what you do is harass all people. That's all you know how to do. These motherfuckers are taking our fucking money. I don't give a shit. Well then shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, monkey. White monkey.
Oh, he said white monkey. He said mayo monkey, dude.
Love me.
Oh no! Oh no! Sorry, I had to go grab a fucking... That's pretty funny. Oh, Jesus Christ. This isn't racist, it's just New Jersey. Yeah, this is the average interaction that every man in New Jersey has with one another. For the record, I just want to let you guys know, if you're unfamiliar, this is just New Jersey. Like, straight up.
Motherfucker. You're right. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do shit. Touch him. Touch him. That's all I want you to do. Touch him. Soup cup for you. Touch him. That's all I want you to do. Touch him. I know better. Oh, good, you know better. Get the fuck out of here. I got you 3 times. Touch him. I don't give a shit. Don't worry. I don't give a shit about you. That's called assault. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to wait for the cops to show up. That's called assault. Yes. Wait for them to come here. Wait for them. We will. Yes. Keep waiting. I am. You walking on someone's property. This isn't their property, you dumb fuck. You dumb fuck. This is their house. They don't know this is common ground, you dumb, ignorant nigger. They have rights over this. No, they don't. Yes, they do. They don't have any right. Get the fuck out.
Wait, what happened? What'd he say? I'm sorry, what? Texas is less racist than New Jersey at this point. I mean, New Jersey hits different, dude. It's just like, I don't know how to describe it. New Jersey, maybe it's because of all the like processing plants and shit. Like, I don't know what it is. There's just like a fucked vibe in the a weird energy out there in the air. Like everyone's just like weirdly contentious with one another. Straight up, always. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like the water. I don't know what the fucking pollution is. Like, it's just very strange. It's the Italians. Maybe. I don't know, man. Italians live in other places too. I feel like Italians in Chicago just like eating deep dish pizza and fucking, you know, kielbasa sausages or whatever. Whereas like Italians in New Jersey are very aggro. Spray tains and bad tattoos, probably Delaware's fault.
No right. This is called common ground. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I know kielbasa is Polish, but they're in Chicago. Chicago's Polish territory. No matter how many Italians live there. That's why I said kielbasa.
That's all you know how to do. Walk up, harass all people. Nobody's harassing anybody. Yes, you have been. You have been. Everything's recorded. I don't give a shit. Everything I don't give a shit. I want to have a conversation. I do not give a shit. If you don't give a shit, then get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit about you. I give a shit about them. So you get the fuck out of here. Okay? I have every right to be here like you do. Oh, yeah. Just like he does right here. This is called common property. I don't care. Okay, well, if you don't care, walk away. Learn your laws. Walk away. It's not Africa. Oh, this is Africa. I was not Solomon.
Oh, man, it's not Africa. Okay, so there's a thread. Oh, there's more.
This is called common property. I don't care. Okay, well, if you don't care, walk away. Learn your laws. Walk away. It's not Africa. Oh, this is Africa. I was not Solomon or wherever the fuck you were. I was born in America. Well, then you know what common ground. What's common ground? I don't give a shit about you.
You can tell, yeah. Someone in the chat pointed this out as well, but like, he's like charging up the N-words. You know what I mean? He's like charging up the racism. He's about to be like, Kamehame, like, you can tell. He released one early and it didn't hit. You know what I mean? He like released one too early in the altercation. So now he's like building back up. Like he's doing the Rasengan. Like he prematurely dropped the N-word and now he's like powering back up to it so he can like really just like hit it impactfully. But this is a black dude living in New Jersey. He hears, you know, white people saying the N-word all the time, probably. So he's got his defense points on that front are OP. You know?
Don't give a shit about shit. Go out, go back to your house, go walk your dog, go do your shit. I'm right here. Okay, stay there right there. Do not talk to him. Do not harass him. I'm going to stay right here. This monkey over here, both have videotape of you putting your hands on me twice. Oh, yeah, exactly. So what the fuck are you going to do about it? I'm going to press charges.
Look, he's unfazed, bro. Like, you know. Look at this. Just unfazed. He's continuing with the... Like, he just dropped the AoE, okay? So that's his AoE attack. Like, he is now trying to kite the other two black members behind him and trying to bring them into battle as well. He basically dropped he called them monkeys. Yeah, the AoE taunt. He's drawing aggro. But it's not working. It's failing. His defenses are too high.
Go on there. We will. Go on there. You know what the police can do? What will the police do? Nothing. Exactly. Because they have no jurisdiction here. Okay, they don't. Okay, that's fine. So when they get here, I'm going to walk them the fuck off like I just did in front of Verlin's house. Okay. Who's Verlin? Okay, I don't give a shit.
I love the white defense here, the defense brigade. The black guy called him a white monkey too. Yeah, dude. Everybody famously knows saying white monkey is exactly the same energy as calling a black person a monkey or the N-word. So, yeah.
Poggers.
There's a difference between calling a dude a bitch and a woman a bitch. Like, contextually, there are differences, okay?
Hassle.
Dude, yeah, history doesn't exist, dude.
Okay.
The secretary of the board, her and her daughter are fuck out of here.
I do not care. I do not care. You will not gonna harass them. You will not gonna talk to them. Keep laughing.
I am.
Yo, good.
I will.
Oh, good. Keep laughing. That's all
Keep
you know
running
how to
your
do.
mouth.
That's all you know how to do.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you know how to do.
I didn't touch you. You touched me.
I don't give a shit.
That's good.
I
As
don't
long
give a
as you
shit.
know that.
Yes, exactly. I don't give two shits about it. You can't go press charges. I don't give two shits about it.
Hold on. You're right.
I don't
Hold
give a
on.
shit.
Why
Don't
can't I
talk to
press?
me.
Why can't I press charges? Why can't I press charges? I have no jurisdiction here. Nothing.
See, he's drawing his ult like the thunder clouds are like coming up behind him, like da na na da na na da na 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 na, and then he's just gonna fucking. He's charging it, dude.
The white dude has a history of calling people racial slurs for fun, so calling him a white monkey is the least of the problems.
Brandon, you have no idea what you're getting involved in.
Don't talk to me.
And if you want to be involved in this, I'm
talk
going
to
to
me.
talk whoever I want.
Exactly. Don't talk to me.
If you want to get involved in this,
Don't
you know
talk
what
to me.
happened to the last one?
I know what you did. You broke that window. So whatever
Windows?
the fuck you did.
Dude,
I don't care.
Cookie's
No.
window.
Wait, what? This guy's like a menace, dude. This guy's literally a menace in the neighborhood. He's just like, so he's doing this repeatedly. Like this is a repeat offender. Like, I don't understand. How do you deal with a fucking neighbor like this? Vanilla gorilla type beat? What the fuck, dude?
Windows got shot out with a shotgun.
I don't care.
222s to their fucking front face.
I do not care.
In Cherry Hill,
I
their
don't
fucking
care.
daughter got smashed.
Exactly. I don't
Is
care.
that what you want? No. And you want to know where I was when all this happened?
I don't care.
At work, monkey.
I don't care where you were.
At morgue. Just like I told the Mount Laurel police, get these fucking monkey niggers out of here and you can't do shit. That's me talking shit. 3602 Gramercy Way, that's where I live. Come fucking see me.
Seems like that was a mistake. Guys, I don't want to get ahead of myself here. I'm beginning to think this guy might be racist. I don't know. It feels like he could be racist.
3602 Gramercy Way, that's where I live. Come fucking see me. So you were real comfortable. So get me on video so you know what you see. Bring whoever.
I'm surprised. There's got to be some chatters in here who are like literally just so desperate to be like, wait, we need the context though. Why has he been yelling about how the black people around him are N-words and monkeys? Like, we need the context. Yeah, it seems like they heard the message.
Who many claim had been harassing neighbors outside of his Mount Laurel home for years.
Not Africa.
Police were called to the 3600 block of Gramercy.
Protesters gathered outside the man's home in Mount Laurel after video of the confrontation with his neighbor went viral. Late this evening, police took the man into custody.
Lol, what context would make it justifiable? That's the joke. That's the joke I'm making. It's literally just unjustifiable. Yeah, just hold on. Let's do this again.
Shot out with a shotgun.
I don't care. I don't care where you were.
At morgue. Just like I told the Mount Laurel police, get these fucking monkey niggers out of here and you can't do shit. That's me talking shit. 3602 Gramercy Way, that's where I live. Come fucking see me. So you were real comfortable. So get me on video so you know what you see. Bring whoever.
And they did. Alex Jones build? Yeah, that's. I'm surprised that he like isn't a cop. You know what I mean? The white guy is also a drug dealer. He admits it himself here. He also claims to call the police to protect them. Wait, what? White guy exposed himself for selling drugs?
What's happening? I sell drugs. That's what I do. That's what I've always done around here. I stopped, went to prison 3 times.
I sell drugs. That's what I do.
Now I have all the friends with the cops. If you guys want to keep doing it this route, we're going to go the legal route. You're not going to get any help from the cops because they're my people. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's why you're not getting anything. And I know that you've said that. The cops came down and told me. They said, what do you want us to do? So you can figure that out. We're not trying to cause you a problem. You're not trying to cause us a problem, right?
I've never been trying to cause you a problem.
Right. So there's no reason for the cops to come.
This motherfucker has a Rolex on, dude. Is that a Foley? You think?
Back around.
Isn't that like a Mariner or something? Like that's like.
We should be perfectly cordial, be able to have these conversations, and be able to live around here with no problem.
Yeah, but now what you're talking about, oh, the cops aren't going to help you, or calling my brother a nigger. I don't bother you. I don't do anything.
Calling your brother a nigger?
Yeah, you did do that.
No, I said now I'm going to call the cops like the niggers do. That's what I said. I didn't call your brother a nigger.
You said you fucking nigger.
I said now here I go looking like a fucking nigger calling the cops. It's exactly what I said.
Well, we all heard it.
We all heard you?
We all heard it, yeah.
Oh, and never mind, dude. Sorry. I guess we should just walk away from this. Oops. Sorry, sir. This was a misunderstanding. Okay. Never mind, I guess. My man's like fucking up the stereotypes too. Like, I don't understand. Like, what is that? Is there a stereotype of like black people calling the cops or something? Like what? Like how are you gonna be racist and not do like racial stereotypes appropriately? Like he couldn't even figure that out.
Everybody outside. I couldn't believe it because I wasn't even in the argument.
Right, and you weren't even there either.
Yeah,
and
I came outside up top.
Keep doing what you're doing, and then we'll turn it around another way. How about that?
Okay, turn it around another way. I just recorded everything you said on my phone, so go ahead, because I'm about to go file a complaint right now.
You can file.
I am. The whole conversation recorded.
Kind of weird. Cheeks be clenched. It's like when racist tells us to go eat KFC. Like, bro, get it right. It's Popeyes. I think he's doing the racial stereotype pretty well. He goes crazy after the cop comes at 4:30. Oh shit, let's see. Oh, this is a whole ass video, dude.
Come fucking see me. So you were real comfortable. So get me on video so you know what you see. Bring whoever.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, White, why are you back over here?
Oh, somebody called me.
Someone called you. It's private property. You have no jurisdiction here whatsoever.
I do
None.
when somebody calls me.
Hold on.
I need back up.
You know what?
Bro.
Hold on.
Back
Go ahead.
up.
No.
Oh my god. Is he wearing a Baby Yoda shirt? God damn, dude. I love that he thinks, dude, this is extremely white person behavior. To assume that like because you're a part of like whatever fucking homeowners association you were a part of, that like cops literally can't do any, like you could just murder someone and cops can't come on the private property like for an altercation. It's private property. Hey, White, you have no jurisdiction here. It's like, dude, you're literally, you don't have diplomatic immunity, you fucking thumb. This is not U.S. soil. Notice how originally that was not private property, but it was actually common ground, so he could stand right there and be as racist as he wanted to. All the black people in the neighborhood. But now it's private property when the cop rolls up. Interesting. Misgive drip. True. Dude, look at his pockets inside out, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. This dude is like, oh, he's all over the place. You know he bullied the fuck out of John Boyega on Instagram? Oh, straight up. He's got real Star Wars, got real SJW energy right here. Dripped in Walmart designer. Least racist Star Wars fan.
You know what? Hold on. Go ahead. No. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Go talk to these fucking niggers. Go ahead. Fuck you. Go talk to the niggers. Let them know what I'm all about and what their fucking rights they have. All right. You want to go back?
Is this guy like a CI or something? I don't understand. Like, why are they so nice to him? Cop's like, whoa, Hank. We can talk like this when we're together. You can't say that to him. That's like, this is not our COD lobby, dude. Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Go back to your house. I'll come back to you. No, I'll stay right here. It's common property. Okay. Have a nice night. You guys from 1101? Oh, yeah. How's it going?
Bro, if this guy arrests the black dudes, I'm going to lose my mind.
I'm going to let you guys get an education right now.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'll do my job. Right?
No problem.
Who lives at 1101? You guys want to step in and talk, or?
Okay. I want him to go away. I don't know him. I want him to leave me alone.
Denise, I'm not going away until your husband stops fucking finding me and threatening me while I'm at fucking work.
Cagney, cut it out, man.
Oh, wait.
Talk to them.
Oh my God, the cop literally knows him by name. He knows him, dude. What the fuck? That's nuts, dude. What is happening, dude? Cops just know every racist person in a neighborhood. How do they know each other? Like, do they from the rally? Like, how do they know each other?
Arrest me!
I'm not
you kidding?
Right now. Relax.
You fucking niggers!
Just cut it out, dude.
That's what you see, Brandon. 36.
Someone said community policing. Yeah, community policing is when you collaborate with the most racist people in the community. Exactly. No, I'm kidding. They probably, I mean, this dude is so comfortable. He's so comfortable, dude, that this dude has done this before. The cops probably know him. He's probably like famous in the police department. Or if he like already admitted that he sold drugs, probably like a CI or something on top of that too. You know what I mean? This isn't Florida. No. Chatters forget that I went to school in New Jersey, right? So I rarely ever talk about New Jersey, but like this is extremely New Jersey behavior. Like what's going on here is remarkably New Jersey. I'm just letting you know. New Jersey can get very Florida sometimes.
Come see me, you
Nobody's coming to see you, Cagney. Go home. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Go home. I'll talk to you in a minute. Wow, virgin cop. Chad racist versus virgin cop. What the fuck? Chad racist versus virgin racist. Come on, just go home. We'll talk about it in a second, please. Come on, we'll have beers later.
I agree. That's not going to be allowed to go. I agree with you. You guys all live at 1101? Or?
No, just me.
Okay.
Don't want to litter in our property.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You want to get on the talk real quick? Let's see what's going on here.
Circus? Did you know there was monkeys out there?
Cagney, cut it out, man. Go home.
I would literally be Joe Rogan if he. This would literally be Joe Rogan if he didn't get progressives on his show. No. People really forget about bat wielding South Philly in 2020. That's not even 30 minutes to Mount Laurel. Loki surprised the cop didn't make an arrest right then and there. Bias incident is an indictable offense. My dad, an ex-cop, once arrested a dude on the spot for harassing a Holocaust survivor. Bias incident is a felony. Well, he got arrested now, boys. I don't know how you can watch this, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's funny to laugh at these fucking hogs, dude. And also, in the end, there is a... it's not one of those stories with a bad ending. One of those stories with a good ending. Let's take a look. I mean, he literally doxed himself. He said, come to me, come to my house, and invited everybody. So, you know. Yet another incident when, you know, it's fucking so sick when you're sowing. But when the reaping comes around, you're like, oh, fuck, dude. Oh, no. Oh, don't do it. You know, when you fuck around and then you find out, you're like, oh, shit. Did not want to find that out. Cops running behind the car like that vid of the North Korean delegation. Dude, that's exactly what I was thinking of, too. That's so funny. Did that friendly fucking cop get punished, though? You can't just let someone scream a slur and do nothing. No, of course he didn't get punished. He probably commended him for de-escalating. Yeah, this guy seems all kinds of racist. Interesting guy. Here's the chaser, the funniest shit. All I see is a bunch of liberal Antifa brutally harassing a poor white man. I also don't need to watch the video for context. Yeah. You think the cop told him to go home because that's how they teach cops to talk to people in those situations? I mean, he did successfully de-escalate the situation. I believe he successfully de-escalated the situation by, you know, not really punishing that dude. Partially because I feel like he doesn't give a shit that he was harassing the other dude. But who knows? I mean, they dealt with it. I don't have a problem. I mean, I'm not going to look for like additional things to be upset about here. You know? Why don't you try talking about issues substantively without just killing time by commenting on these unimportant issues? Is it all just for increased viewership? Come on, man. Is this seriously the best content you can do? I'm disappointed at this sad content, man. You're giving leftist a bad name, my friend. It's It's like following since 14 minutes ago. First time viewer, but disappointed so far. Why don't you have anything intelligent to say? Just commenting in an ad hominem manner is so sad. Why are you doing ad hominems at the thumb-like dude who called everyone a monkey and said the N-word over and over again? I'm not gonna ban this guy. That's a funny pet to have. Why aren't you calling up the racist and debating him on the efficacy of saying the N-word and why it's appropriate to say it sometimes in a tactical capacity? I'm so mad. Okay, so let's move on from this and let's get back to the news here. There is some sad news. The death toll is up to 32 in the Miami Beach area condo building collapse. They also demolished the rest of it so they could go back in so that the rest of the building does not collapse on top of the already collapsed building. So they had to demolish it. We can watch that video if you want. What does this take?
Off from.
Oh, wow. I mean, this is pretty good. Kayleigh McEnany. We'll look at that in a second. Hold on. What is this? Boris Johnson doing his best Lord Farquaad impersonation? I'm not going to watch that. Your socials are off center? Wait, why are they like this? I don't know what happened there. Move it back. Fox News talking about Captain Woke. We already watched this. Oh, they're still talking about it. Fox News is still crying about Captain America being woke. That's crazy. Okay, we'll look at that in a second too. All right, so Kayleigh McEnany had a fire take. Maybe this is why we need critical race theory. Or whatever the fuck they call critical race theory.
Starting with you, Bill Bennett, the haters never take a day off from hating. That is clear. They never take a day off of getting the facts wrong. We know most of our forefathers, all of our main founding fathers were against slavery, recognized the evils of it.
I'm sorry, what? Actually true. What? It's literally the opposite of the truth. It's like you could not be more wrong. Like saying that our founding fathers were against slavery, okay, with like minor exceptions, is like saying Hitler actually loved the Jews, okay? They 100% were super on board with slavery. That is an insane take, okay? I mean, George Washington not only had slaves, like owned slaves, but at the time, it was illegal to keep having slaves for 6 months, for longer than 6 month periods. So he would literally shift his slaves around and make them cross state borders so that he could keep having said slaves. So you fucking know that he knew it was wrong. Like at least some people thought it was wrong. And yet he was like, no, I'm gonna skirt over the law. I mean, and this is before we get into, you know, Thomas Jefferson. sure there were founding fathers that felt some type of way about slavery. But to say that the founding fathers across the board were anti-slavery is a idiotic and absolutely untrue statement. This is one of the most famous paintings in American history, the Declaration of Independence. I decided to put red dots on all the men who held slaves. Next time someone puts them on a pedestal and says we can't question their judgment on guns or whatever, show them this image. Yeah, it was kind of their thing, dude. They were certainly not anti-slavery, but they knew it was wrong. I mean, that kind of makes it worse. You realize that, right? Like, if you're doing something that's profoundly evil while simultaneously recognizing that's evil, don't you think that that kind of makes it worse a little bit? Because, like, this isn't like something you can't avoid. You know what I mean? This isn't like fucking buying an iPhone, knowing that it's like, knowing that conflict minerals are being mined for every technological piece of equipment that you use, basically. This is absolutely something that you could have avoided at the time. Another thing you can't avoid is the top of the hour ad break, though. Just kidding. You could avoid the ad break if you subscribe, either for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. You can avoid these ad breaks and have an ad-free broadcasting experience, or you can use a VPN, or you can use an ad blocker. But the ad break comes for all. Bring Mowad on as a guest for Fear and Malding. How do you know Mowad? George Washington thought that slavery was on the decline and justified it that way, not knowing that industrialization and the cotton gin was coming. You haven't given a good enough argument not to like the forefathers. I mean, dude, I'm not even saying don't like them, but like, I'm not making an argument for you to not like the forefathers or the founding fathers. It's just like, if you think that it was okay, if you don't have a problem with like what George Washington was doing, then, you know, okay. I mean, that kind of sucks for you, I feel like. Yeah, Thomas Jefferson raped a 14-year-old slave. This is true. Are we actually canceling people 500 years ago? No. That's such a dumbass take. Like, what good would it do if I canceled them, you fucking idiot? The entire reason why we have this conversation is the reason why we should be having this conversation. Because, like, people lose their minds when you literally bring up a fact about the founding fathers. Like, a well-established fact about the founding fathers is enough to, like, break people's brains and be like, what the fuck? No, just recognize that they were not perfect, and also that that was a horrible thing that they did. It's so weird. What's next, bro? What's next, dude? What's happening? You're just gonna fucking cancel every political leader throughout time, bro? It's crazy. No, it's like we're acknowledging history, man. Why are you getting so butthurt about it? I don't get it. Kind of weird. But as we were saying already, like owning slaves was kind of their thing. Okay, it was. Oh fuck, I forgot to run the ad break. Owning slaves were kind of their thing. They kind of built the country around it a little bit. Land and slaves. What do you say to the apologists who sweep slavery under the rug? But back then it wasn't wrong. That's a really interesting conversation to have, because it literally just avoids the feelings of black people. Like, you are unironically talking about like the black people that were owned at the time as though they're not real human beings. And I find it so strange. Like, whenever we have this conversation and people are like, well, they debated the morality around slavery all the time. It's like, well, okay, but like, I don't think the black people enjoyed it. Like, what the fuck? I mean, they were people. Why are you forgetting that they're fucking people? That's so weird. Like, you know? And again, it wasn't okay. Like, America's one of the last fucking countries to abolish it. It was kind of a big war to do so, too. People didn't want to fucking just let it go. So, no, like, plenty of people knew that it was bad and came to that conclusion way before America did. Okay? So, to say that it's not bad is ridiculous. It's also John Adams' erasure, okay? People will sweep away black people's feelings during slavery, saying that it wasn't economically smart to abuse slaves, so obviously slave owners didn't hurt them, and it's just so stupid. Yeah, that's a profoundly racist take. It really is. This is nonsense. Oh, fucking. Oh, thank God I let this debate bro stay in the chat instead of banning them. See, this is nonsense. The founders were driven by Machiavellianism and acceptance of slavery. Today, you adhere to a similar Machiavellianism with the sort of agitprop content you're putting out there. ... Yo, why do fucking Reddit debate lords always write like they're the fucking protagonist in an anime? Like, he's like staring off into the distance while he said that. Meanwhile, like, this is what he looks like. This is what he fucking looks like. He's like, yeah, not to. I'm just gonna let you know right now, this is an ad hominem, and I will not stand for it. Okay. ... Like, why do you fancy yourself this intellectual warlord, dude? When all you're doing in the chat is just like trying to fucking justify owning slaves at a time when like people knew that it was bad. This is nonsense. When you read The Prince once and your favorite word is now Machiavellian, yeah. Let's keep going. Yeah, being a Twitch streamer and doing agitprop is very similar to being a slave owner. And cycling your slaves, knowing full well that it's against the law, so you can make sure that you keep them instead of having to free them. You know, that sort of stuff. It's like, it's totally the same thing, what I'm doing. Well, one's worse, actually. Being a Twitch streamer is probably the worst. It is. It's the ends justify the means. Dude, you are really fucking stupid. You're not pointing out the nuance. You're just pointing out your fucking ass in the chat. I love it. I'm trying to point out the nuance, my friend. It is. The end justified the means. It's very good to have a nuanced conversation when your entire point revolves around literally robbing all historical context to try to fit your argument, your pro-slavery argument, and then also robbing, like just removing all context from what I do to just say the ends justify the means. I don't know why debate lords do this so frequently, where they're just like, well, the ends justify the means. Okay. Like, but you're comparing something that has no impact whatsoever to something that was genuinely harmful and impactful for so many people, and it's also ahistorical. So the ends justify the means argument you can talk about, certainly, but it's like comparing slavery to your mom telling you a lie about not having any more cookies so you don't fucking eat more. Well, the ends justify the means. Like, that doesn't mean lying is okay in every circumstance, idiot. The argument that people didn't know it was so bad, so historical, many states abolished slavery before the end of the 1970s, and plenty founding fathers themselves literally said it was wrong while literally owning slaves. Also, England abolished slavery, black people inside England in 1772. You haven't answered my question. I'm not comparing those things at all. I'm identifying the fallacy in your approach. Sorry, that seems to have struck a bad tone. Dude, yes. Dude, no, you're in your mind, I know you think you're mega mind right now, and you think you're like fucking owning me, and that's what struck a bad tone. No, the thing that is like annoying is that you're trying to justify slavery, and you're doing a really bad job at it. It's the annoying thing isn't you know, how brilliant you are, and I just feel so owned right now. I'm intellectually destroying you currently in the marketplace of ideas, and that must have been devastating for you. It's like, no, it's because you're like literally defending slavery and not even doing a good job at it. Anyway. I'm expecting some more from him though. Is there even a good pro-slavery argument? Not really. Not one that I'm at least interested in engaging in. Especially considering the fact that it'll get clipped and fucking used against me forever. Because most arguments that try to justify slavery are going to revolve around completely eradicating the autonomy of black people, like the humanity of black people. That's the only way that you can justify slavery. That's it. Because the counter always is like, okay, well, do you think slaves wanted to be enslaved? No. Anyway, I already ran the ad, so I don't know why you're telling me. You love to straw man, bro. It's impressive, but really, you're missing my points entirely. Wow, definitely not justifying slavery. I do like playing with my food from time to time.
The truth is, it never really existed in the first place. Well, let's bring in Michael Loftus, comedian and host of the Loftus Party podcast. Michael, I know you've got a lot to say about this. I mean, Captain America, he's the enduring symbol of the U.S. What is happening?
It's sad, really. It's so sad when Captain America is now like Captain Woke or Captain...
I've never read the comic books, so I'm not even going to do the research to figure out whether or not Captain America has always been kind of political and kind of woke, and instead cry about a Captain America that never existed. Not that I care anyway. Comic books are for virgins. But now all of a sudden, I'm actually acting like I do care about comic books.
Captain Propaganda. Did I miss an issue where he was kidnapped by liberal arts professors and was forced to move to Portland? It's the absolute worst. And it's just more proof that the left is going to come after everything that real Americans hold near and dear. They're in after baseball. They tried to cancel apple pie. And now Captain America. Maybe they'll change his outfit. Maybe now.
It's so funny. They just like make stuff up. This argument, the culture war stuff is so stupid that you just have to like make shit up always. Like, they're coming after apple pie. It's like, are they? Who's coming after apple pie? It's so stupid.
Oh, instead of a shield, he'll be armed with a laptop, and he'll have exciting adventures where he sits in coffee shops and tweets mean things, and he's an active fact checker on Facebook. It's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely incredible as well. I mean, the thing is that children watch these, and they are so influenced by them. And so, you know, when you do something like this, what impact do you think that has?
It's always like one fucking think tank writer who like lives for the take economy coming up with like whatever rad lib way that they can like justify getting Twitter hate clicks being used as a weapon against like the entirety of the left. It's like some fucking columnist will just write like apple pie is actually racist, and then all of a sudden every conservative is like, oh, did you see? They're trying to cancel apple pie. It's like, dude, you're such a fucking idiot. Like, not a single normal American is like, yeah, we need to cancel apple pie. Author tries to cancel apple pie by linking to the genocide of indigenous people. There you go. Bye-bye, America's Pie. The UK newspaper is being... Wait, it's not even America. It's British people trying to... Yeah, I don't give a fuck about what British people have to say about apple pie, dude. I'm sorry. Don't you guys have like I don't know, don't you guys are you too busy fucking shitting on Corbyn and calling him an anti-Semite or something? I can't think of anything else right now. Don't you have pedophiles to defend? Who gives a fuck what British people think, what the Guardian thinks about fucking apple pie, dude? Yeah, go eat fucking jellied eel, bruv. British people are just mad because like we took their pies and made it better. Literally. Why, bruv? Can they fucking mince meat in there, yeah? It's a beef Wellington. Why? Actually, beef Wellington's pretty good. I shouldn't be shitting on it, but... Why is there no fucking jellied eels and potatoes in this pie, bruv? Dumbasses. Anyway, let's keep going.
As on young viewers and young readers.
It has a huge impact, and a lot of people think that comic book sales are down, but they're not. They're actually growing. This is pretty insidious. They don't want the right to have any heroes. Gone are the days of the lone hero and self-reliance. They have to tear that down and make us question everything. I find it completely ironic that a Marvel comic like Captain America...
Dude, all of these fucking dweeb loser nerds that were comic book writers have always historically been leftist adjacent, okay? They're all degenerates and freaks like we are now. Of course they were all fucking leftist and or at least like progressive. What right-wingers don't realize is that literally every comic book villain is a right-winger. Like, every comic book villain has historically been a right-winger. So I don't know why, like, they're just shocked to find out now. Whereas, like, comic books are getting so woke. I guess except for, like, Punisher. Even though Punisher is still like an anti-cop libertarian, you know what I mean? So that's additional irony that like all the cops love using the Punisher decal for, you know, vigilante justice, but like Punisher fucking hates cops. Punisher is a Vietnam War veteran who is anti-war and anti-cop, but he is definitely a right libertarian who like engages in vigilante justice. Republicans are so fucking stupid. Captain America's been woke since it was first created and back in 1941. Yeah, I mean, yeah. This is a guy who literally punches Nazis, dude. Why in the ever-loving fuck would Republicans ever think that a guy who famously punched Nazis like all the time and was anti-Nazi and kept killing and punching Nazis would ever be on the side of conservatives?
Is going to insist that the American dream is dead when Stan Lee, who made that company what it is, his parents were immigrants. He lived the American dream. Marvel Comics is the embodiment of the American dream, and now they want to convince children it's not real. It's horrible. I'm done with Captain America. He's dead.
Well, what about the companies?
Dude, you are such a bitch, dude. You are such a fucking pussy bitch. I swear to God, like, my comic book superhero fantasy is no longer great. Like, how is it any different than like the soy-facing, annoying, like fucking misogynistic gamer bros who like lose their minds when it's like Captain America's a woman? Wah! Like, this is the exact same shit. You're like, actually, no, fuck that. This is worse. You're upset because Captain America is behaving like Captain America and therefore woke. Also ironic because he wants to cancel Captain America.
That own and make, you know, Captain America. I think Disney is one of it's the Avengers, I believe. Captain.
This is screaming like, I think Homelander is a good character energy, okay? This is why conservatives will never understand nuance. They will never understand subtext. They're fucking so dumb. And that's precisely why they think Homelander is a good character. Homelander's a brilliant character, but he's not a good fucking character. He's a bad person. He's literally an evil villain. Okay? Like, he's not the hero in that story, guys. What do you mean? He's blonde, he's got blue eyes, and he's got fucking laser beams that come out of it, and also he's sexy and he's strong. And he waves the goddamn flag, brother. He's a goddamn patriot. I love him.
There's a great piece to that end on Heritage called 1776, not 1619. But I'll leave it to you. You know, they're so wrong on so much. Where to begin? Starting with you.
Why is something that's not real, comics, a good argument against the left? It's like Tim Pool trying to debate Sam Cedar with a Thanos argument. Because comic books are fun to read. And also, they have like mainstream appeal now. So what that means is you can do like cultural critique and cultural analysis around comic books and maintain people's attentions. Okay? That's what it is. And that's the reason why people talk about comic books. Because if they were to talk about like if they were talking about like other issues, like Republicans trying to desperately block the infrastructure spending for bandwidth, for example, and limit it to $16 billion rather than the $75 billion it was slated to be, which is still not enough, then that's like incredibly boring. But most importantly, that also hurts the Republican argument. So you have to hyper focus on the propaganda, and you don't really have any sort of you don't really have an argument on the propaganda front either. There's like really not a lot going on with the Biden administration. So, and I don't mean that in a good way, by the way. I just like, there aren't a lot of controversies. They're like holding him aggressively. So he's in a holding pattern. So it's like they can't really shit on Biden too much. So they look for other things to manufacture outrage and keep your attention. Because that's the only way that you will have a resilient, emboldened audience that knows what their convictions are, right? Trump was right about that. The media has nothing to do now. Yeah, he is 100% right about that. I love it personally, but that's also the reason why people get fucking mad at me and they're like, why aren't you covering everything? It's like, dude, I am. It's just you probably don't watch because you don't feel like there's anything big going on. And then you come in and you fucking cry about it when I, like, you know, go do fun shit instead. I don't mind when there isn't like a lot of active stories to pay attention to because I get to fucking play Rust and hang out with friends and do other shit. You know what I mean? But here, Biden is renewing the vaccine push. In honor of Joe Biden renewing the vaccine push, I'm going to try to get Korinikoff vaccinated, boys.
Major holiday where life felt almost normal with most COVID restrictions lifted nationwide. Nearly 2 million people passed through TSA checkpoints every day this weekend, and gatherings on beaches and at parades were back in full swing. But the health officials in the White House aren't letting their guard down. 67% of U.S. adults have received at least one dose. That's short of the president's goal of 70%. The rapidly spreading Delta variant is renewing efforts to get more shots in arms to avoid a major surge in cases. NBC News Now correspondent Dasha Burns is following the latest COVID headlines this morning. Dasha, good morning. So we've, of course, talked quite a bit about outreach and programs to get people who've been on the fence about the vaccine to go ahead and get the shot, like bringing the shot to places where they're going to be anyway, commuter hubs, things like that. So tell us about this latest push to vaccinate more Americans.
Hey, Savannah, good morning. Yeah, as you mentioned, a lot of celebration over the weekend. And even though the White House fell short of their goal of 70% by the 4th of July, President Biden still striking a pretty optimistic tone over the weekend, but also saying that getting vaccinated is the most patriotic thing that Americans could do. And Savannah, while so many folks celebrated, breathed a sigh of relief, that we're rounding the bend here with the pandemic, there are still many parts of this country where the vaccination rate is lagging. Looking at states like Mississippi, where the amount of people with one dose is just 36%. Louisiana, where that number is 39%. States like Idaho, Wyoming, Alabama, 40% of people with at least one dose. And those are the areas where those low vaccination rates are making those communities more vulnerable to the Delta variant, which is spreading, especially among that unvaccinated population, Savannah.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, Dasha, I have one to ask you about that's concerning. It's sad. The CDC is now investigating the death of a 13-year-old Michigan boy who died days after getting his second dose of the Pfizer vaccine. What are you learning about that investigation and what might have happened here?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. This shit is so bad, dude. Yeah, this is why people get afraid to take the vaccine, okay? This is why people get like worried. about taking the vaccine. This is literally it.
Hey, Savannah. Yeah, 13-year-old Jacob Kleinik died in his sleep 3 days after receiving his second dose of the Pfizer vaccine. His aunt telling the Detroit Free Press that he was healthy with no underlying conditions. And the county health department in Saginaw County, where Jacob was from, telling local press, confirming the CDC is investigating whether there is a correlation between his death and the vaccine. And that is the important thing to note here, Savannah. There are still a lot of questions. There is not yet a confirmed connection between his death and the vaccine. And examiners say that it could still be months before this investigation is complete.
Absolutely important context there, Dasha. Also, let's stay on Pfizer. Researchers in Israel say the vaccine is less effective.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Hey, guys. Vaccine. We need to do another vaccination push. Also, a 13-year-old died after getting the vaccine, but we don't know why he died, but we're just going to mention it right now. Great, dude. Okay, 6 months down the line, they're going to be like, yeah, there was no fucking connection, but it doesn't matter because literally everyone already like remembers that.
Against the Delta variant. How much protection do people have? What's Pfizer saying about this? And if you got this shot, is there anything you need to know?
Yeah, Israel's health ministry saying that Pfizer is less effective against the Delta variant than previous strains, according to a preliminary study. The data shows full inoculation is 64% effective at preventing infection. That's compared to 94% with previous strains. But here's the key piece here. Again, it is still highly effective against preventing hospitalization, showing a 93% effectiveness rate at preventing hospitalization, Savannah.
And that is something so important to keep in mind and to keep you safe. Dasha, thank you so much.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out.
There's a tropical storm that's happening. Tropical storm that's happening too. But okay, it might be a dumb take, but they talk about it because they don't. If they don't, conspiracy theories will latch onto it and say they're covering up the danger of the vaccine. But that's not a danger of the vaccine, dude. Yeah, people fucking die. Like, you can't deny the obvious polarization between vaccination with Pfizer having cloths and deaths and with AstraZeneca. Okay. Dude. Okay. People die all the time. What you have to look at is averages. What you have to look at is the likelihood. Okay? I hate when people are like, oh, well, a person took the vaccine and fucking died. Like, okay, but we don't even know if they died because of that or whatever the other complications were. And it happened to one person out of like millions of people who have taken the vaccine and are perfectly fine. I hate that people use this shit. It's the same energy with like, it's the same energy as saying, well, undocumented immigration is dangerous. After all, a person was murdered by an undocumented immigrant here. And it's like, dude, if you look at the actual data, you will recognize that undocumented immigrants cause less crime per capita than natural-born U.S. citizens do. So the argument about like the law or the argument about like undocumented immigrants like cause more crime is an idiotic one. You're just pointing to a singular instance. Let's give a 2-minute news segment for every person who died of COVID. It would take 15 years. I don't know how you can, at this stage, literally look at COVID numbers, hospitalization numbers, new case numbers, and not recognize that the vaccines work, and they work very well. You understand? It's so silly. You put significantly worse stuff in your body every fucking day. And you don't know what it does. You don't know what kind of long-term complications that has. And yet when it comes to a life-saving vaccine that will restore the way that we used to live, you're like losing your mind over it. And I do understand. I'm not just saying this because I'm a Kirinikov simp, okay? I'm not just like, you know, saying this because I want to get her vaccinated. I understand the fear of the unknown where you're like, well, I'm going to put something in my body and like, you know, there's so much misinformation out there and there's like fucking videos on the internet. It's like, oh, I have cerebral palsy now because I got fucking the COVID vax and shit like that. And it is really, really, really silly. But I do understand why people get duped into it. She unfollowed you, though? I know. It was a devastating moment. What are you going to do? People who eat McDonald's or smoke a cigarette every day for lunch are worried about what's in the vaccine. Yeah. If you've ever had Jack in the Box, you literally cannot complain about what's in the vaccine. Like, you're probably fucking sterilized at this point. You can't. If you've ever went to the fucking Jack in the Box drive-thru at 2 a.m. and you got one of those, like, 2 tacos for $1 deals, like, you've put significantly more dangerous shit in your body, I'm telling you right now, than the COVID vaccine, okay? I'm sorry, it's just the truth. Mississippi has the highest obesity and lowest vax rate? Yeah, of course. Rice Gum says he'll take perks but doesn't trust the vaccine. Corinna literally follows a fan page that ships you to. Yeah, I saw. CDC updated their info. 90% of the COVID deaths were not COVID deaths. You were lied to. Yeah, good one, dude. Thanks. So you'd rather put an untested, non-FDA approved vaccine into your body than take a 99... Wait, what? Untested. Non-FDA approved. Yeah, dude. It's bathtub vaccines that they made, dude. Thanks. It's literally not even tested. I actually have a... Yeah, I have a fucking dick growing out of my forehead now. I'm hiding it. It's untested. Why are people who, like... Why are anti-vaxxers so fucking stupid? Like, why? Why are they so fucking stupid? My man said untested and non-FDA approved. You know what's pretty funny, though? These guys don't know anything about what's in the vaccine or what the dangers are, right? But then they actually do a lot of research. And I feel like if you spend all of that research time, like, literally researching the efficacy of the vaccine or all this other stuff, like, you wouldn't be a fucking moron. It's like such a waste of time. That's the thing I can't get over. When you spend all of your time looking up false information that corresponds to your biases and your fear, you're just wasting time learning information that is just not true. And then you look like a fucking jackass when you come into the chat. My man said untested, dude. Like he said the vaccine is untested. How about the young guy who got a heart attack from Pfizer? He did. This is what I mean, dude. How about it, motherfucker? How about it? Just like throw it out there casually. Yeah, dude, well, no, your grandmother drank water and now she's dead. So, water might be murdering people. Big think. $600,000 people die of COVID. I sleep. One person died after getting the vaccine. We don't know if it's related to it. We should probably stop the fucking vaccines, dude. It's crazy. We do something that is profoundly dangerous every day. Okay? Every single day. We walk outside and we get in a car. That is infinitely more dangerous than getting a vaccine shot. But why do we do it? Well, one, we don't really think about it. It's totally normalized. And two, we do it because it provides utility. It allows society to function. Okay? You have to go from place to place. It's a beautiful, marvelous technological achievement that you don't have to fucking, ride a horse all the way to your friend's house. Okay? And the vaccines operate in a similar capacity. Vaccines are a marvel of technology, of medical technology, that you get vaccinated, it decreases the likelihood that COVID can spread. It almost completely eradicates your chances of going into the hospital if you end up getting COVID. It turns COVID into something that is less deadly than the common flu. It's a beautiful thing. It provides an insane amount of utility. So the benefits of the vaccine tremendously outweigh whatever kind of like fake anti-vaccine argument you've concocted in your fucking Facebook circle. Okay? It already was less deadly than the flu? What? That's not true, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? You think the flu... What? You're so insanely incorrect. COVID was so deadly that I don't think it actually overtook like cholesterol or whatever for deaths in America, but if you think that like 500,000 people every year die of the flu, you're out of your fucking mind. A lot of people die from the flu, certainly. It's just not as many as you think. Not taking the vaccine after that death is like not eating peanuts because a random guy has peanut allergies. My sister's boyfriend watches you and won't get the shot. Yell at Anthony so he'll get the shot for me. Get the shot, Anthony. Don't be an idiot. It's so good. It's so fucking sick, dude. It is literally awesome. If you're not going to get the shot, like for obvious reasons, like, protecting your friends, family, and yourself, most importantly yourself, then get it because it feels like for a brief moment that the American healthcare system works. And it's like universal and it's socialized. And that is literally the best feeling. I'm not even remotely kidding. It's one of the greatest feelings that you can feel. Getting that healthcare, getting that free healthcare is so fucking good. Like, I would get more shots. I actually want, like, more COVID shots for free, as long as it's free, obviously, just so I can feel like I have socialized medicine in this country. That America is actually capable of mass vaccinating its population and protecting it. You know what I mean? It's so sick. Fuck, man. Anyway. Let's move on. There's some murders, but I want to do the Watchman woke comic book. The author who tried to end the world.
Jared again, and today we're talking about everyone's favorite drug-addled Gandalf, Alan Moore. Alan Moore has authored many of the most acclaimed comics of all time, including Watchmen, Miracle Man, and The Killing Joke. And like the Joker and Batman in that story, Moore straddles the thin line between genius and insanity.
I decided it might be more interesting to actually terrify them by going completely mad and declaring myself to be a magician.
He calls himself a ritual magician, not the kind that pulls rabbits from hats, but the Stephen Strange variety that consults grimoires and conjures demons. Seriously. At first glance, much of what Moore means by magic seems more like the superstitions of a man hitting his corncob wizard pipe a little too hard. But if we take Moore seriously for a bit, there's a pretty fascinating philosophy at play here. So what can we learn from a guy who claims he tried to end the world? Well, we're gonna have to dive into a little known and even less understood occult tradition known as Hermeticism. Welcome to this Wisecrack edition on the philosophy.
What the fuck? My man's over here talking about ancient rituals, except he's been avoiding the most important ritual, which is taking a fucking shower, dude. How about that ritual, brother? You want to do that? Good ritual to do, I think. Dude became a witch talk before witch talk existed. What? Leafy is here? No.
Philosophy of Alan Moore. Today's topic is magic real? There's a ton more to cover, however, so if you want more, let us know in the comments. But first, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Hims, who allows men to...
Oh my god.
Hermeticism's goal is to seek understanding of the world through three methods: alchemy, astrology, and theurgy. The first two are familiar enough, but the third, theurgy, is basically the process of achieving spiritual perfection with the goal of growing ever nearer to God. Hermeticism is largely based on the teachings of the Corpus Hermeticum by the mythical Hermes Trismegistus. He's a mixture of Hermes and Thoth, the Greek and Egyptian gods of language and wisdom respectively. To Moore, this mixture of language and understanding is the heart of magic. In his upcoming The Moon and Serpent bumper book of magic, Moore defines magic as a purposeful engagement with the phenomena and possibilities of consciousness. So what the f does that mean? Essentially, Moore is saying that what we call reality can be broken up into two categories: the material and the immaterial. The material is all the physical stuff, matter and energy, space and time, fundamental forces, all that. But we never experience those things directly. Photons hit our retina, pressure waves impact our eardrums, those signals get sent to our brains, and based on that limited sensory information, the brain makes a mental model of what it perceives the external world to be like. That mental model is the immaterial. To understand how the material and immaterial affect each other in profound ways, let's think of Watchmen. Moore had an ephemeral idea in his head for the story, but it wasn't until artist Dave Gibbons gave the idea form by penciling in those panels that it achieved a form. Moore's intangible thought had a tangible effect on the arrangement of the atoms that became Watchmen. The opposite is true as well. You're picturing in your mind's eye Dr. Manhattan's statuesque and uncensored azure phallus, for no other reason than because I'm mentioning it. The physical sound of my voice has altered your perception. By conjuring that image in your mind, I cast a genuine spell. To more, that's all magic is. Magic.
Okay, that's pretty sick. That's a cool approach to art and just everything.
Bridges the divide between the material and the immaterial. Art, language, symbols, these are the real wizard's wands. Per Moore, magic is intrinsically connected with art, language, and consciousness to the point where these four things almost become different aspects.
Like, I thought he was gonna have some witch talk ass ideas. This is just like, it's a beautiful way and a cool and mysticism induced way of looking at imagination and art
of the same phenomenon. This same principle is seen in the rabbit-duck illusion. At first glance, you see either a rabbit or a duck. Just because someone's mind initially interprets it as duck doesn't mean that meaning is fixed. All it takes is for someone to tell them it's also a rabbit, and all of a sudden, it changes right before their eyes. It's storytelling as spellcraft. Just as storytelling can be used to cast illusions, it can likewise dispel them. As an anarchist, Moore counts money among the more destructive illusions to ever distort mankind's collective conscious. When Miracle Man tasked—
I mean, dude, I already knew he was an anarchist. One, because I know his background, obviously, but also because, like, I mean, dude, what did you think? Like, of course he's an anarchist. Look at him. Just the crust, dude. The absolute crust.
First things he does is abolish money, suddenly announcing, "Money is a promise to redeem the cash of every bearer for its worth in gold or merchandise. An empty promise. Should we all demand at once redemption of our coins, we learn such wealth does not exist. Money's imaginary. Real if we believe in it. Come summer, money won't exist, but then it never did." This method of magically altering something by changing the way you think is most clearly seen in Promethea. A notable example happens when protagonist Sophie has
that is like literally ANCOM, like anarcho-communism, at the heart of anarcho-communism. Maybe a more mystical approach to it. There is obviously a more materialist reason for it, but my man loves drugs so much he tried to teach people what drugs taught him through art. Don't send me Watchman in my P.O. box. I already have a fuckload of the copies.
A rematch with the Demon King Asmodeus. Initially, Sophie and co. are set on slaying Asmodee in anger, but it's only when they accept that so-called demons are just a part of human nature, the worst parts, that Asmodeus' appearance shifts to that of a human. He explains, "Approach us with fear, with hatred and revulsion, and we will be fearsome, hateful, and vile. Approach us humanely and with respect, and we will be human and respectable." For the magician, expectation creates—
Now think about Watchmen and try to find Alan Moore's self-insert. I always thought that it was Rorschach. But maybe I'm wrong. However you say his name. Nope, he's the Night Owl. No, he was cringe as fuck. Yeah, no, I literally thought that it was it was him. I originally, when I first read the comic books, I originally thought he was like an ANCAP. Like, I thought he was like a libertarian, for the record. I was young. And then I found out that he was like a lefty anarchist. But it just stuck with me. I know Rorschach is a reactionary chud. I know. Chat, of course I know. He's like an anti-government libertarian who fucking wants to murder every derelict, every criminal. Like, he's just terrible. It's crazy because the TV series is completely pro-police. The Watchmen TV series is so weird. It's not. I wouldn't say it's pro. I thought it was too. I originally thought it was as well. Like, it literally starts off as like propaganda to the max, and you're like, what the fuck? It's worth. I like it. It's not like, I don't know if I don't think it stays true to the Watchmen idea, but it's definitely not pro-police. I thought it was too, but if you only watched the first episode, you thought it was pro-police. It's not. Don't spoil it, but it's good.
Perspective.
It's good.
Even
I
Dr.
like
Manhattan is a magician in this sense. He externally appears as an ageless aquamarine Adonis with alopecia solely because this is how he internally perceives himself. So if a sufficiently compelling story can magically change our perception of a single phenomenon, what happens if we tell a story that tries to account for all the phenomena in existence? Moore does exactly that in Promethea, telling a story about everything as a spell to change our perceptions about everything. Of course, we can never quite wrap our heads around the infinite expanse of all spacetime, but we don't need to. One of Hermeticism's most famous principles is something called macrocosm and microcosm. Expressed in the maxim, as above, so below, this principle presumes that every level of reality reflects every other, like an infinite fractal, or like how everything wrong with YouTube can be distilled down to Logan Paul, and all the worst things about Logan Paul are echoed throughout YouTube's other channels. Being able to understand one part of the pattern allows you to better understand the whole, and in turn, move from lower levels to higher levels. With Promethea, the entire structure of the series is deliberately based upon a specific structure that repeats at macrocosmic and microcosmic levels, from entirety of existence to each individual soul, the Kabbalah's Tree of Life. For Moore, the Tree of Life is the roadmap to all reality, including our inner lives. At the bottom rung is mere perception, seeing the rabbit or duck. Above that is imagination, the ability to make mental models of things not directly apprehended with our senses. Above that is our capacity for art and language, the ability to tie ideas to sounds, symbols, pictures, and stories, and above that, our capacity for emotion and reason, respectively. At the macroscopic level, the physical universe is the basis sphere of the world's soul. Above that is everyone's collective unconscious, and at the very top of the tree is...
with someone with ADHD, I don't get how you can pay attention to all this. Can you? No. I'm just like... I'm literally... I'm not. I can't. It's like very hard. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just... It's way too dense. And it's also way too dank at the same time. Don't feel bad about yourself if you don't understand what the fuck's going on.
Is what early Hermeticists called the All, the One God. That's why Promethea is 32 issues long, corresponding to the 10 spheres.
You can tell the chat is leftist because everybody's so lost on hard concepts. Yeah, dude, leftism is about easy concepts, like believing the world is built by good people and bad people who have good fifis and bad fifis, and they do bad things, and because they're bad, you know, like black people, they're doing bad things because they're bad. Oh, don't call me racist if that's my worldview, okay? You know, everybody always knows, man. The real hard stuff you learn from fucking Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder. You know what I mean?
And 22 paths of the Tree of Life added together. The story itself ends at issue 31, so he wrote a 32nd issue, itself 32 pages, with each page expounding upon one of the paths. Thus, the issue was a deliberate microcosm of the series as a whole, and the series a macrocosm of the issue, or as above, so below. Another Hermetic principle used by Moore is solve et coagula, or separate and combine, basically breaking a thing down into its component parts to better understand how the whole fits together. Dr. Manhattan's arc in Watchmen is all about him learning solvent coagula. When we first meet him, he expresses an understanding of the first half, separate, better than anyone else. He's detached from humanity because he's mentally broken humans down into their base components, not unlike his father did with watches. His breakthrough on Mars is learning not merely to break humans down into abstract arrangements of atoms.
In my opinion, the existence of life is a highly overrated phenomenon.
But rather to conceptually recombine and perceive them as holistic four-dimensional objects. Solvent coagula is seen even more clearly in the 6th issue of Promethea. Sophie finds herself inside humanity's collective imagination and faces off with writer Marto Neptura, the pseudonym for a writer of the Promethea character. As a writer, Neptura's power over the land of fiction is nearly absolute. Sophie is only able to defeat him by understanding that Neptura was the collective pen name of various novelists cut down to his separate unique styles. So if a compelling story can change one's view of the world, what happens when a story is so complete a model of the world that it changes the perception of our entire species? For more, when everyone's way of viewing the world one way ends, the world ends. In Promethea, this is exactly the task that Sophie is given. Margaret, one of the Prometheas before Sophie, explains humans are amphibious. That means they live in two worlds at once, matter and mind. Promethea makes people more aware of the vast immaterial realm, maybe tempts them to explore it. Imagine if too many people followed where she led. It would be like the Great Devonian Leap from sea to land, humanity slithering up the beach from one element into another, from matter to mind. Moore believes that it was through a similar leap from matter to mind that our ideas about the world began in the first place. Representation allows for the origination of verbal language, with this sound or this collection of marks somehow also standing for that buffalo over there. Language is the—
one of you guys sent me a mini fridge, like, a while ago, and my mom was like, you should use it. It's like when you're trying to argue with Ben Shapiro, you can't even comprehend what Ben's trying to say, get fuck liberal. I can't. I really can't. I can't understand it. I wanna ground us back to the world, the real world, where the top of the hour means a 60-second ad break is coming. You know what I mean? Where we like take a brief pause and reflect on the top of the hour ad break, and remember that the way that we stop seeing the ads is by subscribing, whether it's for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or with an ad block, or with a VPN, and reflect upon the actions that we take in that circumstance, and then watch this ad if you don't do that.
The necessary precursor of our apparently unique form of consciousness, humanity's first purposeful engagement with the phenomena and possibilities of consciousness. Out of this engagement sprang, almost full-blown, the entirety of human culture: writing, painting, song, music, theater, science, medicine, and even politics. And so, in the same way that this idea of the world began—
I just came, everything came. Was that the Big Bang? Give me a second. Yes, that's how it all came into being. And look, it's still going on. It's always still going on space-time, the beginning, the end. All the time, all
it also ends. In the series' penultimate issues, Sophie succeeds in bringing about the apocalypse by explaining to everyone the same hermetic principles we've been talking about. Everyone now perceives the immaterial and the material worlds as equally real. But while Promethea was bringing about the world's end within the comics, Moore was contemplating how our world will end in a similar fashion. In the 12th issue, Moore uses the tarot to trace the history of the world from the initial quantum vacuum and God big banging the universe into existence, all the way to the coming leap to expanded consciousness. Moore places his own doomsday clock quite close to midnight, like his character Rorschach carrying a sign that says, "The end is nigh." How near? Writing that issue in 1999, Moore predicted the end of the world as we know it would occur in 2017, when the—
Yeah. Well, I guess he was right, dude. Trump became president.
sum total of our knowledge would double at a rate of every half second. With so much new knowledge coming so quickly, our old ways of understanding the world wouldn't be able to keep up, and we'd naturally need new ways of understanding the new world. Those of you alive back in 2017 may recall that the world did not, in fact, come to an end. But before the year came and went, Moore himself tried, like his character Promethea, to herald the apocalypse at the hour he'd appointed.
Yo, he does look like the type of dude who would be running around saying the world's about to end.
In September of 2016, on the eve of his prophesized world's end, Moore released his magnum opus, Jerusalem. If Promethea was a spell he cast to magically change the minds of individual readers, Jerusalem was the ritual he performed to bring about worldwide revelation. As Moore himself attests, rather than performing a ritual to produce a successful book, the book itself is the 10-year ritual working that is intended to have a certain, hopefully beneficial, effect upon the consciousness of its readership. Jerusalem seems to me to be my most sophisticated and complex magical working thus far, and certainly the most ambitious in its aims. Ambitious in its aims is an understatement. Moore writes in such a way that the reader experiences the higher states of consciousness that the narrative is at the same moment describing. Not dissimilar to the way the heptapod's language in Arrival profoundly affects Lois Lane's perception of time. This is especially evident in a chapter told from the perspective of Lucia Joyce during her confinement in an asylum. It employs the same linguistic style found in her father's novel Finnegan's Wake, abounding in puns, portmanteaus, and neologisms in order to replicate Lucia's condition. Moore explores how those exhibiting certain forms of insanity might be closer to perceiving external reality than
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. This guy needs to go on Joe Rogan. They need to do like ayahuasca together.
Those who are deemed, quote,
I mean, this is like Joe Rogan shit for anarchists and lefties, for the record.
Sane. In Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan perceives every moment of his life simultaneously, a far different perception than, quote, sane individuals. But Moore, like Einstein, regards time as a stubbornly persistent illusion. So the fact that Manhattan is not taken in by this delusion of time makes him more sane, not less. It's we who are deficient for perceiving only the now, rather than being able to gaze upon the past, present, and future like we might a three-dimensional plane. In order to get us in the habit of perceiving the dimensions which we might not initially perceive, Moore employs solve et coagula to language itself, taking apart the written word into its base components, separating phonetics, how vocalized words sound, from graphetics, how written words appear. Moore writes dialogue as a series of words that look like gibberish, but when read phonetically, make sense. Moore forces the reader to read multiple layers of meaning in every word. For example, if you read this aloud, you get the phonetic dimension. Her father in his time maintains that we are in a universe composed of 4 dimensions, only 3 of which are naturally visible. This phonetic dimension is only one side of the text, and if it's the only part we observe, we miss out on its other possible meanings. The gibberish is full of double entendre, like spelling dimension in a way that resembles dementia, or universe in a way that resembles loony.
Oh my fucking God, bro. Stop. Okay, I wish I didn't watch this. I literally wish I did not watch this. I just like, respect him less now, kind of. This is like being a weeb for insanity.
Moore teaches us to read with more dimensions than we normally perceive in a text about how the universe has more dimensions than we normally
literally too deep for chat. Okay.
Perceive. It's explanation and example at the same time, magically changing how our mind models the world by changing the language with which our minds construct that model. Of course, even if everyone in the whole world did read Jerusalem and have their minds expanded by Moore, it doesn't necessarily follow that we'd make the great leap from the murky waters of matter to the solid land of ideas and imagination. While Moore may not have managed to bring about his revelation in 2017, given his status as the most influential writer in the history of comics, his literary efforts are likely to remain influential for centuries. So is magic real? If Moore is right, it's at least as real as our imagination. This is Promethea's revelation that ends the world, speaking not to any of the characters in the comic, but to you, the reader. I'm an idea, but I'm a real idea. I'm the idea of human imagination. which, when you think about it, is the only thing we can really be certain isn't imaginary. See, I'm imagination. I'm real, and I'm the best friend you ever had. Who do you think got you all this cool stuff? The clothes you're wearing, the room, the house, the city that you're in. Everything in it started out in the human imagination. Your lives, your personalities, your whole world. All invented, all made up. And there's nothing.
Just say Alan Moore used to shift to Hogwarts and move on, dude, okay? I mean, after all, he was a fucking witch talk guy. He is literally shifting, dude. But I guess in his case, it does make sense because he's not like jumping onto pre-existing IP and like literally creating this reality that he had in his mind that now you can shift to. So he's the actual shifter, just like J.K. Rowling, I hate to admit this, would be the real shifter. And then everyone else is just like, you know, stealing that shit. And they're not real shifters. I already ran the ad break, chat.
Here, but a funny little twist of amino acids playing a marvelous game of pretend. To that list of cool stuff that imagination has given us, we can certainly add the highly imaginative works of Alan Moore. Thanks for going down this weird and wacky rabbit hole with us.
This was probably the worst Wisecrack video I've ever watched. And only because, like, usually when I watch Wisecrack videos, I develop a newfound appreciation for the you know, brilliance of the writer or the author or the artist. But in this one, I'm like, oh. Fuck you, Chad. I'm shitting right now. No, shifting. Wait, this is JCS inspired?
Please.
Christopher Gribble, Steven Spader, Thrill Killers, True Crime. On October 1st, 2009, using a machete, Steven Spader and Christopher Gribble murdered Kimberly Cates and severely injured her daughter, Jamie. They're in a home invasion in Mount Vernon, New Hampshire. Bro, everybody's out here doing JCS-inspired content, dude. It's crazy. This guy does really cool videos talking about various internet celebs and their fall from grace. I think it'd be good content for the stream. Is this the rise and fall? My Cyberstalker needs to be stopped. Low tier god. The evolution of Jenna Marbles from despicable to unforgivable. Jake Paul's rise and fall. Wings of redemption from bold to trolled. From introvert to extrovert. Ice Poseidon's story. What the fuck? And then boom, all of a sudden it's like RuneScape videos out of nowhere. My man went from RuneScape to like you want some real content? Watch Kalinsky on how much porn America watches a week. No, RTBA. I will not be watching that. Where is the... Someone sent me that fucking playlist again that I was watching yesterday. Does anyone have it? I just know that it's going to be bad from the title alone. The cop audit guy seems interesting too. I haven't seen this yet, but yeah, I from what I understand, this is like a JCS style, but like he audits cop interactions. The Insanity Defense Part 2. Stephen J. Williams, George V, Mr. Matthews and Miss Hoare, Amber Hilberling and Cameron Rogers. Most compelling police interrogations, part 8. Watch the Malibu artist on YouTube. He shows how close great whites get to people and they don't notice. Yeah, no, because I don't want to fucking shit my pants. How the fuck are creators who've been doing this shit for years, JCS style, people putting people in boxes? The most unbelievable interrogation.
Gun, man. It was just a revolver.
They shot you in the eye with a revolver. You wouldn't be talking to me right now.
How do you know?
It was most likely you be dead.
That's what I thought too, man. I really don't know.
Captain, you're not going to believe this one. I can't believe it either. You're right. I've already heard the story. I can't believe it.
Do you? I've never watched the there is one JCS video on the main channel that I've never watched. I want to. Audit to audit is great, but stick to the videos in the last year. The narrative changed and the new one's way better. Also, the NFL video sucks. Yeah, I never watched the Andy B one because from what I understand, there's blood in this, right? I actually never watched the Andy B one because I was worried about the blood and Stop yawning. I can't. I don't know why. There isn't blood, but there's a video of a fatal shootout, but you don't see the death. Oh, okay. Let's watch it then. I can't believe this entire time I didn't watch this because I thought there was fucking blood in it. That's crazy. Never before seen rare murders. Okay, I'll tweet it out too. Yeah, I saw this. This isn't significant enough. The Olivia Rodrigo is a whole queer baiter. Please give her the same energy I'll give to Billie Eilish. Literally 35 retweets, 6,000 quote tweets, dude. Why would you send this to me? It's dumb. People are dumb. Okay? Zoomers say dumb shit all the fucking time. Their anger is misplaced. But this isn't even like an actual story. So I don't know what else to tell you. Like, this is getting a lot of closer. I'll explain. Basically, she's making sexy expressions, a lifted eyebrow and the blowjob mouth, showing off her boobs while touching another woman. That's literally softcore image. Remember, if you're not LGBTQ or sex worker, this is in your place or speech. No, I will not be deleting this thread. Hold your faves accountable. Stan culture has ruined your brains. Yeah, like, this person is nuts, dude. Like, this person is literally fucking insane. That's it. Like, sorry, I don't know if you think that this is like ableist or something, but like that person is literally out of their fucking mind. Okay? That's all I gotta say. Yeah, queer baiting when you fucking take photos with your girlfriends. Jesus Christ, dude. Nuts. Girls being friends equals queer baiting, least idiotic rad lib. What's your general point on the term queer baiting? Is this actually a thing, and how would it be? I mean, Tatu is a great example of queer baiting, okay? They're not lesbians. Actually, one of them might even be homophobic if I'm not mistaken, but they literally make out with one another in a music video because lesbians sell well to the male gaze. Okay, that's it. That's a great example of queer baiting. I say this as someone who jerked off the tattoo when I was younger. Okay, so you know, I know I've been been a recipient of the queer baiting. There you go. That's a great example. How do you know tattoo? I grew up in Turkey. We consume a lot of Russian and French and you know, content like that. I'm also a fucking boomer. I just watched it last night. There is blood when a guy gets beat in the face by cops. Also images of war throughout. This take is ironically bigoted because for all we know, people could be experimenting and allegations of queer baiting can keep them from coming out. Yes. In like 99.9% of queer baiting accusations, there's no like real fucking queer baiting going on. Ironically, I have people in this community that have been in here for a very long time. Like, what's her face? I forget her username, like Maya. She's in here somewhere. Who will literally say David Bowie was queer baiting. Like, well, David Bowie also was fucking queer. Like, what do you mean? And it's silly as fuck, especially because sexuality is fluid. You feel me? That's why it's so dumb. When you, oh fuck, I forgot to tweet that I'm doing JCS before Rust. So now people are gonna be mad, but www. Okay, there it is. I'm saying Freddie Mercury was queer baiting. That's so fucked up. A lot of us Zoomers are touch starved. Is like saying you and Will hugging is queer baiting. Yeah, people will. This man just said sexuality is fluid. I mean, it is. What is it not? Are you dumb? Is sexuality not fluid now? Is that actually the woke fucking take? I love that. Now, is that like the woke take from Radlibs that it's like they went so woke that now they're like, no, you're either fucking gay or not. It's not fluid. Stop queer baiting. A lot of this stuff literally comes full circle. It's like when people want to self-segregate. It's like, what are you doing? And I see this shit all the time. Like, listen, it's not my place. It's not my business to criticize stuff like this. So I don't make like a big deal out of it. Cause like, who gives a fuck? But yeah, like I see takes of like otherwise very progressive folks shitting on like black women or black men dating non-black people. And it's just like, let people fucking live, okay? What are you doing? Like segregation, but let's do it in a woke way. Like, I mean, your grandparents literally fucking died to allow that to happen. It blows my mind. Anyway. Now, obviously there's more nuance to it than that, but it does trigger the fuck out of me because some of them is like, some of the takes are just like hateful as fuck. That's a different thing. The critique is when POC idolize white people over non-white people. Like, you don't know that. Dating a non-black person as a black person is not like, you know. I don't think most people are like that anyway. It's just like fucking... It's just people with like very loud voices. I think it's kind of weird to hyper focus on the black community for this. It's just what I see regularly. But you're right, other communities do it as well. And it's still fucking stupid, in my opinion. But the reason why I'm mentioning the black community in this instance is because, you know, miscegenation is like literally something racist people... Miscegenation is literally something racist people think is contributing to white genocide. It's a extremely online and extremely vocal fucking take. Anyway. You're reducing the conversation and taking it out of context. Yeah, that's why I said I don't usually talk about it too much. And also because I also admit there is more nuance to it. It could be coming from a place of security and wanting to secure yourself and all this stuff. But unironically meta now, puritanical queer people losing their shit over post-genderism, kink at pride, heavy fuck you, I got mine shit. But it's not even older people, I think. It's like younger people that are... I think it's like younger people that have these takes, usually. Like, relatively puritanical takes.